Hello. So in this video, we're going to go over the whole process and how to be able to go ahead and build a contact form and have AI respond to that contact submission. Well, it was not even, yes, the contact form. So the website contact form. And we're going to go ahead and build it from the one in my current website. And I'm going to go ahead and walk through the whole steps. I actually just started and I was taking notes and I told myself, you know what, instead of just re sharing the notes, I'm just going to go ahead and start everything from the beginning. So, what I did is I set up a Zoho Mail connection. Zoho Mail is going to be my where the email is going to be coming from. So, I already set up a Zoho Mail connection. The tools that we're going to be using is Zoho Mail, Zoho Flow, Zoho Forms, my website, which is Zoho Sites. But we're not going to mess with the website. We're not going to mess with the form. We're just going to mess with the backend using Zoho Flow, and we're going to go ahead and capture that information in Zoho Flow. And from that information, then we're going to go ahead and process it through ChatGPT. ChatGPT's already has set up, I already have a connection set up. So that's one thing that needs to be set up within Zoho Flow. You just have to go ahead and insert your API key and go through the whole process. But once you have an account with ChatGPT, you're able to go ahead and access your API keys. So we have Zoho Flow that's going to be sent to ChatGPT. ChatGPT then is going to go ahead and determine to be able to reply to that email. And I'm not going to go through the prompts, but I will go ahead and set up the flow. And then the prompts are going to be very basic for the test purposes. I just want to go ahead and kind of say yes or no or something very simple, just to be able to go ahead and go through the whole process, and then I could go ahead and go back and refine the prompts. So then when somebody does go ahead and go to the website, they get serviced by ChatGPT. And then once the ChatGPT could go ahead and determine the reply, it will go ahead and send that reply to that recipient, and I'll be BCC. And then that will complete it. ChatGPT will probably ask a couple of questions, and the reply to that response, I'll receive it in my inbox. So I'll go ahead and keep that simple. Initially wanted to go ahead and have ChatGPT respond to the email, but that'll be a follow-up flow. Once the recipient replies to that email, I could be able to go ahead and put another trigger that if an email gets received to that domain, have ChatGPT take a look at it and create a response. And then there in that flow, I can then create a logic that if ChatGPT decides to go ahead and contact me or introduce me, ChatGPT could go ahead and CC me through that process. But I'll go ahead and have, I guess, step two on that process. But initial step right now, we're going to go ahead and just set up the process where ChatGPT replies to the comment once a comment is submitted in the website. So to go ahead and start with everything, we're going to go through Zoho Flow to go ahead and start with the new process. Access Zoho Flow, create a new flow. This flow, we're going to go ahead and call it Zoho Forms. I should call it website contact form. And currently right now, I do not know, I don't think I have a contact form set up in the flow, but I'm going to go ahead and just establish a new contact form connection. So I'm going to go to Zoho Forms. The form is already integrated with Zoho Forms into the website. So all I have to do is just tap into the back end. I'm going to go ahead and select the new version, the triggers, what form I'm going to go ahead and select. It should be like a get started. I won't select get started. I think is contact us form. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and select done. And for the time being, I want to go ahead and actually submit, just send a logic. And this logic is going to be just a basic. If first name is not new, I'm just going to go ahead and just set up a basic trigger. I want to see if it won't allow me to go ahead and um, trigger it. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up an email. And the email is going to be sent to me. And then testing contact form. It doesn't matter if this this email gets sent. The main thing I want to go ahead and do is test out the contact form. So now we're going to go to my website, onlinebusinessempires.com, and then we're going to go to the contact us. And here we're going to go ahead and just and testing, testing, and then testing. And then we go back to Zoho Flow and make sure that we have the flow turned on. Then I go into the history of the flow. Then I can be able to go ahead and see the history of any submission. Then I'll go ahead and submit this. And then I go back to the website. No, not the website, but I'll go back to Zoho Flow and I'll refresh the screen and I could be able to go ahead and see that submission was completed. So we're good to go. The data is being submitted. Then we could go ahead and use this data to further test it without having to resubmit the contact form. Okay, so now we go back into the form here, and now I want ChatGPT. Well, first I want to know if there's a comment, a comment within uh, the contact form. So we're going to go ahead and set up this condition to be comment, uh, not no, or I'm going to go ahead and put comment results. And then here this first condition, we're going to go ahead and look for comment is not no. That means is there. And then we're going to go ahead and set up a second one. But the first one, I believe the first one is we're going to go ahead and put comments is no. So if there's no comment, then we don't need to send it to ChatGPT. Comment no. And then if comment is not no, just to double check, it's not no, it is. So then we don't want to go ahead and email me. We're going to go ahead and send it to ChatGPT. Now we go to apps and then we go to ChatGPT, look for our connection and then create a complexion. And if the comment is not no, then we're going to go ahead and feed it to ChatGPT. I did a research here and I think we're going to go ahead and select the latest model. This is the Mini 2025, so it's not too old. So we're going to go ahead and select the latest model, and the prompt is going to be easy. Because we're just testing this whole process, we're going to go ahead and just say, you are in a process and I need you to reply with a response to the customer based on the comment shared here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just share the comment, and I'm going to go ahead and just look for the comment syntax, and then we're going to go ahead and just close it here. And whatever, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. It doesn't matter because we're just testing it out. We're just going to go ahead and just process it. And once that is there, I kind of want to go ahead and double check to make sure that one bot is appropriate. So then I'm going to go ahead and filter it. I don't want to go ahead and have just one bot responsible for that response. I want to go ahead and create another bot to double check it. So we're going to go ahead and just create another complexion. And then this one, we're going to use the same model. And this prompt is going to be, you are in a process and your job is, I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this because I'm going to use this for other purposes. for my my LinkedIn. But let's go ahead and go back to the prompt. So you are in the process, and your job is to um, take this info and respond with only an email reply content to the person that submitted the contact form. And then we're going to go ahead and add the first name. So we're going to go ahead and just actually enter, and we're going to add first name is going to be first name. We're going to go ahead and add first name, and then last name is going to be last name, and then we're going to add organizations, organization name is going to be that line, that syntax, and then we're going to add, just realize that, and we're going to go ahead and add the comment, and a comment, and then we're going to add previous chat GPT response on the comment. And this one I believe is I'm not too sure if it's choice text. Let me go ahead and I can't, I haven't tested it. So by me just creating this, I'm realizing that I might have to configure something to let the bot know in the prompt what is it doing. Okay, you are in the process. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and you work for online business empires.com. You, and then I'm going to go ahead and proceed by saying we handle system automations such as this process with a chat GPT response to a comment, no, to a form submission on the website. Please address the customer, no, the user your response will be pasted and sent to the user. Okay, so we're we're good with that. So the first one is going to be the create this comment overview. So what I can be able to go ahead and do moving forward, I can be able to go ahead and really dial that prompt a little bit much more neater. So then therefore the response to that prompt would help the second bot understand how to reply properly. So the next one is going to be creating an email content, creating email content. Okay, so then we create the email content, and then we send it to, we're going to go ahead and use this. Actually, we're going to go ahead and use this as a notification system notification, and we're going to go ahead and just not use that and directly send it from our Zoho Mail. We're going to go ahead and send it, send email. We're going to send email, Zoho Mail, and the email from email address. It needs to be authenticated by the access. Let me go ahead and see if we could. Yeah, I think this is already authenticated. So I'm just going to go ahead and use actually the dev team email. I'm going to go ahead and use actually businessempires.com. I'm going to go ahead and use, it's going to be sent to the dev, and the contact would be, so it's contact at onlinebusinessempires.com, and then dev team at onlinebusinessempires.com, and will reply to my email. This is where I could be able to go ahead and put my email. But for the time being, because this is the same inbox, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. And actually, I need the subject. So I am going to go ahead and just for the save this. Um, Done. And I'm going to go ahead and now I just remember I need to create a subject line. Subject chat GPT. We're going to go ahead and create a subject line. So we're going to go ahead and create a subject line. We're going to look for the same model. And once we find the same model, we're going to go ahead and update the prompt to um, um, create a subject line for this email and only reply with the subject line as you are in a process and you in process and I do not want the process to look off if you reply with additional info other than the subject line. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and paste the content, and I believe is that. So we're going to go ahead and just select that done, and we're going to go ahead and send the connect the subject line, and now we have our subject line here. So we enter the completion, the chat, and then the content of the email, and I'm going to go ahead and put AI test, and now we're going to go ahead and select done. Now we're going to apply the changes, apply, and then we're going to go ahead and go back into this flow, and I'm just going to go ahead and restart the process, and let's see what happens. And if there's an error, we should have an error appear, but let me go ahead and refresh. We're 90 minutes into this video. Hopefully I could be able to finish it before 20. Okay, so the process is completed. So the email was sent successfully. So let's look at our results. So the first output, if we look at the first output, hello, thanks for testing our service. If you have any questions or assistance with anything, feel free to let me know. I'm here to help. That's great. So our second output was, hi, Hi, testing. Thank you so much for reaching out at Online Business Empires. I am really glad you took the time to fill out the form and share your thoughts. Looks like you mentioned a bit about testing our service. If you have any questions or need information about our system automation work, please don't hesitate to ask. We're here to ensure you have a smooth experience and help in any way we can. Looking forward to hearing back from you. Best regards. And then that's crazy. And then it said your name, so I need to go ahead and update the input to something else. And then the subject line. Let's see the subject line. The subject line was um, oh, it still said subject line, so I need to go ahead and refine the subject line so it doesn't actually put the subject line information in front. And then thanks for reaching out. Let us explore our service automation. Or maybe I could be able to go ahead and put a function that just separates that information. And then let's look at the email that was sent. Email was successfully sent. Output, it was successfully sent. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video so I could go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, something happened within my inbox because I'm sending an email to myself to a different alias. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I did see it in my outbox. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is restart the whole process and have that email be saved in the outbox. And I'm going to go ahead and just go back into that. And let's go ahead and just wait and see if anything, well, if it gets resent. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, and our next shot will be in the email outbox. Okay, here's the email outbox. It just got created. I'm going to go ahead and just stop this, and by clicking the little pencil, and then we could be able to go ahead and see the whole process, the content on it. As you can see, I need to go ahead and kind of work on actually creating something a little bit nicer, but we have a good understanding of the whole email process. I just need to go ahead and refine it and actually clean up the um, just clean up the content on the email, make it look a little bit much more nicer. I do not, I think the subject line, I ended up pasting the subject line. Maybe I could go ahead and just remove that. Maybe I could be able to go ahead and just reformat the HTML, or actually just paste the content as an HTML, so therefore it could be pasted much more neater. So just a little bit more configuration on the email, but as far as the whole process is already set up. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and feel free to go ahead and test out this whole process by visiting the website. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.